What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Seth the Line Surgeon. And today I gotta talk about it, bro. The slap heard round the world, bro. A lot of people talking Will Smith was wrong for going up and slapping him. They said Will Smith was right for standing up for his wife. They said Chris Rock was right for being the bigger person and not retaliating. Everybody saying if that was me and he slapped me, I would have slapped him back and all this and that. And I hear everybody saying their opinions about this and that, but the biggest thing to me is it was fake. It was all fake. It was all fake. But that's what we're going to talk about, because you already know what time it is. Tipsy talk. Alright, people, as you can see, I have an actual glass tonight with a little ice. This is actually some dang it, I think it's screwball peanut butter bourbon. Woo! I had some of this when I went on a trip one time at last year, and I copped some. Quite tasty. And I didn't forget the shooters. I got the shooters, and I just went basic and old school this time. Got me some Jack Daniels, because I actually haven't had Jack Daniels in a while. Let me put this down, because shoot, I haven't had Jack Daniels in a while. Back when I first tried Jack Daniels, I wasn't a bourbon enthusiast like I am now. And so now that I am a bourbon enthusiast, I figured I'd give it another try. When I first tried it, I was like, ugh. But, you know, it's kind of crazy how your palate for different foods and drinks changes over the year. That's quality right there. So for y'all who want to shoot, get y'all shooters ready. Ooh, fill that up to the top. Got mines. And I also got one more special thing. As y'all might have saw when I was setting up the camera. One more special thing. A cigar. Never before done on here. This is actually the second cigar I've ever smoked. I went out once with my with some friends, and they went to a cigar lounge, and so the second time I went, I didn't smoke that time, but I did get one. I bought one home. This was $15. Wow, this is a very expensive habit. I figured, hey, I'm sipping on some good peanut butter bourbon, and you know, I might as well accompany it with this. Not a habit I plan on keeping, but I got it because I went back to that same particular place. I'm not gonna shout them out because they're not paying me, but I don't have a cigar cutter, so I had to try to cut it open with a knife. So let's see how it is. Okay. Almost got it. Takes a little bit to light a cigar. It's better if you had a actual lighter. Still think I need another match. Why didn't I think of this before? Let's go. If that don't do it, now I think we cooking. As you see, I don't know how to smoke cigars. I don't even have an ashtray. I really didn't plan this out. I'll have to use my daughter's sand thing. She don't use no more. Anywho, I don't know if it's lit good. I probably should set up my thing. This is a horrible tipsy talk. Got my little ring light. Woo! Oh yeah, now we're cooking. So if y'all got a cigar, guess y'all can smoke it. Oh, y'all might smoke something else, but anywho, the crazy thing about this whole Will Smith Chris Rock situation is that yeah, it's not lit. The crazy thing about it is I am a long time fan of Will Smith, you know. Ever since I was a kid. And like I said, I hear all the situations of people saying, oh, people arguing about whether it was right or whether it was wrong. But the thing is, the real question is, was it real? That's the real question. Was it real? From some people's perspective, said, oh, in 2016 when they boycotted the Oscars, Jada and Will, they I'm trying to think. What did Chris Rock say? Chris Rock said something to the effect of, oh yeah, the Rihanna joke, where he said, Jada skipping the Oscar, not missing the Oscars is like me missing Rihanna's panties. It's not like she's gonna get one anyway. So it was kind of a build up of that. It was a perfect play to a fake situation. You get what I'm saying? And me being a lifelong fan of Will Smith, I'm like, bro, like, he's always been about peace and non-violence. And for him to walk up on stage and smack Chris Rock on the biggest night of his career, he is a rapper that has actually had the opportunity to win an Oscar. I'm pretty sure he's the first. I mean, of course, 3 6 Mafia won Oscars, but it wasn't for acting. But he was the first actually rapper to win an Oscar. You get what I'm saying? Purely from acting. And you're telling me that you're going to let your emotions, a person that has prided himself on not being a violent person because he saw abuse growing up, you're going to let your emotions get the best of you on that night? It just don't make any sense. Out of all nights, that night. And so, and then after the slap, when the slap happened, Chris Rock popped up so bad, he was like, slap. And he popped up and he was like, wow, Will Smith just smacked the ish out of me. And I'm like, because number one, it was so ironic because Will Smith's there to get an Oscar because of his good acting. And Chris Rock is a renowned bad actor. You know, he's a top 3 comedian, but he's just a bad actor. And that was bad acting. That's not how somebody acts when they get slapped. And so, this is how I think it went down, right? This is how I think it went down. If I had to guess who came up with the idea for the slap, I would say it was Chris Rock. Chris Rock came to the Oscars and was like, hey, me and Will had this thing going back in 2016. Maybe we can keep it going with a little skit where he comes and slaps me. Oscars is probably like, that's probably not a good idea. Chris kind of talked them into it. They was like, well, you got to talk to Will. Of course, they go to Will. Will probably was like, nah, you know, this is the biggest night of my life. I don't want nothing to do with that, right? And so the way Chris Rock talked him into doing it, this is my assumption. This is what I imagine in my head. He tells him, he's like, because Will's like, I don't want to do it. This is the biggest night of my life. I don't want to risk this opportunity. If I do, you know, I'm not even about that. He's like, well, this can show you've been having this situation with the entanglements. Everybody keeps bringing it up. This will show you in a stronger, you know, side of your marriage, showing you standing up for your wife. And now Will's probably like, he's leaning into it, but he's like, nah, but this might risk the opportunity of me winning the Oscar. And Will, and then Chris had to get the Oscars Academy involved, and they was like, somebody tipped him off to say, hey, you gonna win this Oscar. You know what I'm saying? You gonna win it, and so you can do the slap, and you still gonna win the Oscar. You get what I'm saying? Because no logical person, it's like if you're on the night you're about to win the biggest award of your life, you gonna risk it all like that? The only way you gonna risk it all is if you knew that you still was gonna win the Oscar, right? And the Academy said, well, we're gonna have to sell it. There's gonna have to be some type of punishment. We're gonna have to like suspend the Academy thing. Cause Chris Rock was probably like, I forgot that part. Chris Rock probably was like, well, let's make it real. Let's play it along for the whole show. You know what I mean? Because if we did the slap and just was like, haha, it was a skit, then it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But if we do a slap and we play it along until the whole end of the show, now people are gonna think it's real. And it's gonna be awkward. People are gonna tune in, because you gotta remember, the Oscars ratings probably went down. So the Oscars is looking at this as like, that's true. Once this slap happens, we gotta go through the whole rest of the show. So the Oscars is being selfish, and Will and Chris is probably not even thinking about that. But so like I said, the Academy says, well, it's gonna have to be some type of punishment. We're not gonna walk you out because we know you're about to win the Oscar, but we're gonna suspend you from the Academy. And so whatever that means, I guess that means he can't win any more Oscars. But for Will, he's like, I'm 50. I don't care about winning an Oscar as long as I get this one. And so he does it. He walks up there, he slaps him, and then he wins his Oscar. And he goes and dances to Getting Jiggy with it afterwards. Uh-oh. Let's take our first shot. First shot. Cigar. Jack Daniels. Haven't had Jack Daniels in a long time. Wow. See, now that I'm a bourbon drinker, I can respect that. I can respect that. Anywho. One of the biggest things about why people think it's real is that all the statements that people are making afterwards, right? People making somebody told me, oh, the Los Angeles police made a statement or whatever. Number one, I don't even think the Los Angeles police were in on the slap. I think they came, they said, hey, do you want to press charges? I heard that Chris Rock laughed and said, no, I'm not pressing charges. That's because he knew it was fake. And the LAPD, they made a statement. But it was that people think, oh, he made a statement. They made a statement, so it's real. They made a statement because they think it's real. The only people that probably don't know that know it's real is probably Will Smith, Chris Rock, and a select few from the Academy. So, I think it went out. Smoking a cigar is more difficult than it looks. Especially when you're trying to do a tipsy talk. Anywho, this one is called a Fat Bottom Betty. It's acid dipped, and so it has a sweet taste on the wrap, which is pretty good. I mean, this is the only kind I've ever had, so I don't really know the difference with the other kinds. So, yeah. Anywho, yeah. Then, of course, Will made his statement. Chris, I think, eventually made a statement. Jada made a statement. The Academy made a statement. The Academy suspended Will, or you know, kicked him out of the Academy, which is not really a big deal because he already won an Oscar. It'll be one thing. I would believe it was real if Will did this. They kicked him out of the Academy, and he never won his Oscar, but he won his Oscar. That's a big if. You know what I mean? So, the reason why this hurts me so bad is because, like I said, I'm a lifelong Will Smith fan. I'm a lifelong Chris Rock fan. I don't understand why people leave Chris Rock out of their top 10 or top 5 comics. He's like my top 3. Because when it finally comes out that this is fake, it's going to taint both of their reputations, bro. And so that's why I don't understand why Will Smith, it hurts Will Smith more, because one, Will Smith has always been labeled this corny rapper or whatever because he didn't cuss in his music and whatnot. But now he's gonna be labeled the corny rapper that don't cuss in his music and did a publicity stunt just to get, I don't know, followers. He always has millions and millions for followers, and then he's gonna pull something like this to get more. It just looks corny, and it's gonna make Chris Rock look corny if it comes out to be fake. And then the only people that's gonna benefit from it is the Oscars, bro. I'm just like, why? It's so ridiculous, man. What's been going on with me? I have, this is my first week of mowing. This has been the weirdest beginning of a season ever. I had a lot of weird seasons, but this one kind of takes the cake. For the whole month of March, it gets warm, it gets hot. And see, the thing is, around here, when I first started my lawn care business, matter of fact, I'm going to do a second part to this because I want to separate this. I'm going to keep the slap gate Tipsy Talk one thing, but we're going to come back and we're going to tune right in for another Tipsy Talk. So I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the second part to this. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Yes, sir.